All right, guys, back again here. This is the set that I showed you making the other day, if you remember. And you can see poly fills out and the paint and the trap is gone. So remember how that set was? There's that trench that I dug for the drag, and I got a call from the farmer this morning. He came down and took a look around before I could get here, and he said, "I think you've got a great big bobcat in that trap down there." And look, he's showing us his belly and everything. I would say that is a real good bobcat. So Duke 550, it's hard to see. I hate to get too much closer because I'm gonna be in there with him, and once you're in there with him on a drag, it can get interesting. So this might be a rodeo to get him dispatched, but I would say he was right. I would say we got a big old bobcat there. So again, that's the set that I showed you making, and connected on the second night. So awesome, thanks. I wanted to show you what I got going on. So this is that bobcat that we just caught, and the Duke 550 came through. You can see I've got him by 3 toes. So not the full pad catch that you want, but it did the trick. He was all over through the woods back there, scratches on trees, and he really made a mess back there. But saber tooth drag. I've got an inline shock spring, which I think helps a little bit. He about chewed my trap tag off there. It's like 8 to 10 feet of chain is what I'm running. It's the number 2 twist link chain, and everything else is stock as far as the Duke swivels and things. I did add a couple of swivels, I think, with the shock spring, but other than that, everything else is stock. The trap seems to have held up well. You know, he was sure fighting at it, but I don't see anything that's bent or broken or twisted or anything like that. That lever might be just a little bit bent, but anyway, it held him. The other kind of cool thing is, you know, again, this is the set that I showed you making the other day. And then one other thing I wanted to mention is I didn't do anything to these traps, and that was not on purpose. I typically will boil in logwood trap dye and then dip in full metal jacket. That's kind of my trap prep regimen. But I got these just a couple of weeks ago because I was kind of running out of traps that were, you know, hadn't been caught, hadn't made catches, mostly coon catches, but hadn't made catches, and I didn't want to get out in the cold and do all that stuff. So I got some new traps, and listening to Clint Locklear and a couple of the other, you know, big trappers, they said, you know, just run them through the dishwasher and go set them. And that's what this one is. So this is a brand new Duke 550 that went through the dishwasher cycle one time, and I brought it out here and set it. So I don't think cats are quite as sensitive about smells as canines are, probably, but they do have a heck of a nose on them. So anyway, at least I can tell you for sure that if you get some Duke 550s and run them through the dishwasher, you can definitely catch cats in them. So